And I mentioned my teacher, Shaykh al-Jailani. And he said something which was really very beautiful. He says, I don't want to teach you much about 40 hadith, but let me teach you something that I learned when I was studying. And of course, this is a man that studied in the depth of Baghdad, among the ulama of Baghdad, among his father and uncles. And he said that in Baghdad, everybody studies the 40 hadith first. And then after that, they study the 40 hadith. And after that, they study the 40 hadith. And they keep studying the 40 hadith until they feel ready that they can move on to something else. And there are people that never move on. And there are people that move on quickly. And he said that the way that people judge how good a muhaddith is in Baghdad at that time was not on how many books they studied, but on how well they understood the 40 hadith of Imam Nawawi. So if somebody understood it well, but didn't know anything else, they were still considered to be scholars. And the reason why was because if you understand these 40 hadith, all the others will make sense. But if you don't understand these 40, there's no point in studying the others. There's no point, because these are the foundation. When I asked the teacher I mentioned earlier, Shaykh al-Haddad, for permission to teach, I was asked to teach the 40 hadith, and I asked him, although he had given me permission already, I asked him again, please Al-Habib, could you give me permission to teach certain class? And I could, actually it was by telephone, but I could almost hear him sitting back, because I just visualized, oh, Naam, Naam, Ruknun fid Deen, Ruknun fid Deen, Ruknun fid Deen, Al-Asas, I just took. He says, this is a pillar in the religion. This is a pillar in the religion. This is the foundation. Yes, you have Ijazah. And those things show me the importance of what we're about to study. That at the end of each of the sanad, because we talked about sanad here, at the end of the sanad, the words that you will hear are the words of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam speaking directly to you. But you only have that direct speech to you if it was heard by someone who heard with some. Can you see the blessing of what we've got by studying hadith? This is not just knowledge. This is not just information. This is a connection. So that's why the gatherings like this are the ones which, according to the hadith, are encompassed by the angels. The angels surround the gathering with their wings. And they go to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and they report back on gatherings like this. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will ask them, what do they want? What do you want? I can see on your face you want the garden, right? And Allah knows what you want, but He still asks them, what do they want? He says they want the garden. They ask for the garden. And then Allah asks them, and He knows better, have they seen it? Of course He knows we haven't seen it, so why is He asking about it? Why is He asking about you? Can you imagine the honor that you feel, that you should be feeling, that He's asking about you? Ali, how's your mum, by the way? She's doing well. Tell her salam from Abdul Aziz. Okay. You know I love Ali, don't you? Huh? And you can tell your mum, I love your mum and your dad too. Okay. You can tell her I was asking after her. I hope that it'll make her smile. Okay? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala asks about you. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala asks, have they seen the garden? What would they do if they'd seen it? And then the conversation continues. What are they afraid of? What do they want protection from there? You know the hadith. And then at the end of it he says, but Abdul Aziz doesn't really deserve to be there. You know, he doesn't really deserve to be there. He only knows 40 hadith and the students actually know more than he does. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, don't worry. That gathering is so great. La yashqa jalisuhum. The one that just happens to be passing by, he still gets the blessing. Okay. So that's what the gathering is. The gathering isn't just about getting information. It's not about getting a certificate.